Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Down, 50, plant.
Double dog, that's the way.
On first down, Sawyer, he gives it to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2nd and 11. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, Tusa.
Watch right, you got right. Man, I got you.
Five.
They'll run on first down. James. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Go. 61. Let's go.
On second down, Elway. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Watch the whip. 80 weapon.
On third down, Elway. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Elway. Incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Watch the eye. Watch it.
Hey. Get it.
To throw again, Elway. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Go. On the ball. Watch the screen.
Elway to throw again. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
25 yards that time. From the gun, Sawyer. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this to Alize Mack, the Notre Dame product. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Rush in.
Look at me. Go.
They'll run it with Bush. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2nd and 13. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. There to stop it was Darius Leonard. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Squeeze.
They'll wait to throw on second. Completes it to Watt. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Tighten up. 5.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch
Hey!
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
60 all. Go.
Check 37. Watch the safety now.
Out of the gun, Elway. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Urban to return. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Your team spell. Bam.
Check 52.
On second down now, it's Bush. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Five down. Stand up in.
Yo, go.
Check.
Yes.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Ready.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 15. Big-time return there, 40 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Come on, D.
5.
On 1st and 10, Sawyer looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. In for the score. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Elway. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one and also a Texan first down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Gordon on first down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Watch the twist.
On second down, Elway. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Mike 4. Check right, check
Rock it. Lee Griffin.
On third down, Elway under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Irvin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a second and long.
Ready? 50, plant.
Check 41.
Operating from the gun, Sawyer. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds. According to the head linesman, incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Sawyer. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Check safety, check.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Sawyer. And Thomas has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You got him. You got him.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
6-6, pull it high.
Single.
Get it.
Elway will throw. Got an open man. It's QT. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Ready. 18 Gators. Hey, high 7.
Throwing now. Elway on first down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Now Elway. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive. Sawyer. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Bush. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on second down. Sawyer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
15 line. Bang. Hard. Roll out. 25. Ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Bush. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their line. at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Smooth.
3 down. Hey, check.
Now.
From the shotgun, Elway. It's complete to Watt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits?
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Squeeze.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Elway. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Elway. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51.
On 1st and 10, Elway. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with. So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense? On 2nd down, it's Bush, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Watch the curl.
5.
To throw on 3rd down, Sawyer. He gets it to Thomas. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. On 1st first down. They stick with Bush. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Hey, Hayward.
To throw on second down. Sawyer. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They run it here with Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Elway to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Operating from the gun, Elway. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Tight ends on the Lucy.
Hey, wahoo! Hit it.
On second down, Elway going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Hey, team 6. Ready?
They're going on 4th. It's Elway. Thomas has got it, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Off play action. Sawyer. Throw left side complete. That's Bush. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A gain there of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Sawyer. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's 3rd and 7.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Sawyer. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A throw out wide to QT, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Elway. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sawyer, flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Throwing on 1st down. Sawyer. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
On the double.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Stay with your man. Go.
On 3rd down, Sawyer. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Tackles. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Get it.
Following the fumble recovery, Sawyer. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Looking to throw. Sawyer. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for two.
Hey, let go.
From the gun, Sawyer. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo
exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check 49, check. Hey!
Mike 4.
Shoot! On 3rd and 1, it's Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Go!
Sevens and Mike.
Rock it.
Ran out. Watch twins. Check 13.
Ready.
They'll try and throw for it with Elway. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
I got.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Houston,